Yesterday we talked a bit about preaching the gospel and how that was its own reward. And here you see something of Paul's intentionality in the way that he would go out and try and witness to people about Jesus. And the first thing is you see that Paul practiced something called the discipline of submission. He would not demand his own way all the time. And we can sometimes think that freedom, particularly because it's talked up so much in our culture, freedom is the highest moral imperative. But in the Bible, love and to love another person is actually more important than freedom, as freedom, although freedom is important. And so when you love another person, you actually give up part of your freedom. When you get married, you give up elements of your freedom. You decide, I'm going to submit to this other person, I'm going to sacrifice for this other person, and I'm going to deny myself certain things because I want to prefer them. And Paul decides that he's going to do that. So he's going to act in accordance with whoever he comes across, whether they're Jewish or they're a Gentile or they're free or they're a slave or they're strong or they're weak or they're weeping or they're rejoicing. He is going to weave his way into their lives and love them how they need to be loved in order to win them for Jesus. And what we will find in the people that you know already, you can probably count them up. People want to be loved in different ways. For some people, they really need to see us serve them, in a really practical way. For other people, they need to hear words of truth and life spoken into their hearts. For other people, they just need you to be with them, just not to do anything or say anything, but just to know that they're not alone. And we are, as Jesus' followers, to find whatever way someone needs to be loved in a particular moment and love them in that way. Not the way that we would like to be loved, but the way that they would like to be loved. That's the point. And then Paul goes on a little bit later and he says, I have become all things to all people so that by all possible means I might save some. I do this for the sake of the gospel. And then this is an interesting little phrase, that I may share in its blessings. And what's interesting about that is I would have thought it would be the people you're sharing the gospel with. So I'm going to tell everyone about Jesus so that they can share in the blessings. But he's saying, I'm going to tell everybody about Jesus so that I can share in the blessings. And this is the key when it comes to evangelism. When we tell other people about Jesus, we get blessed. When we suffer for other people in the way that Jesus suffers for us on the cross, when we submit to them and we prefer them and we sacrifice for them, crazily, we get blessed. That's one of the reasons why Jesus says it's more blessed to give than receive. And so if you want to receive in a whole new way an understanding of the good news of Jesus and a sharing in intimacy with God, go out and serve, go out and sacrifice, go out and love people the way that they need to be loved, and you'll find in an astonishing and a wonderful way, you will get a greater blessing.